This is Tyson Ray, Financial Advisor at Forum Wealth Advisors, where we exist to help make life better for our clients and those in our community. It's about to be May 2021. Time just keeps going on. It never stops. And as an investor, you need to be mindful of that because this is up or down for April. And again, the market finished up. What can we take away from that? We can take away from that basically people are continuing to invest in these markets because in the month of April, the market's touched an all-time high again. These economies have never been stimulated like this. And the reality, unfortunately, with COVID is it might just be the new flu, but it still may mean we're going to go and watch baseball games. We're going to be at sporting events. We're going to go enjoy our summer. Why? Because that's what pandemics have shown us in the past, is that we just get back to our lives. But one of the hot topics that I keep hearing quite a bit about that I want to address today that I think is important is real estate. Oh my goodness, we're in a bubble again, or so they think. People are afraid of real estate because they're afraid of what happened in the financial crisis, where basically people lost their homes. And the financial crisis was a leveraged event. People got over-leveraged and the banks got affected. And what happened? Foreclosures, people lost their homes, banks went under. What sparked that? Well, what sparked that was the simple, interesting fad that took off that real estate was the place to be. In fact, don't own one home, own 3 or 4. So back then you had one person owning multiple properties. And that's very different from what's driving this real estate prices these days, because now you have 3 or 4 people trying to buy one property. And what people don't understand is a perspective of just economic data. So Pew Research in 2019 announced that there are now more living millennials than there are baby boomers. And now we have these millennials who are between the ages of 25 and 40, and there's more of them than there are baby boomers. And what are they finally doing? Moving out of their parents' house, graduating college, getting their careers, maybe moving out of those cities or out of these apartment complexes. And what do they want? A home. And there are 3 or 4 of them bidding on every one that comes available on the market, in theory, around the United States. And that's what's driving prices higher. It's not a leverage problem. It's not one person owning 3 or 4 properties problem. It's the fact that you have a supply and demand problem, and that's what's driving prices higher. And I think that trend, and actually there is some research put out, that trend's likely to continue for the next decade or 2. And residential real estate, single-family homes, is one of the biggest drivers of an economy because of the jobs it creates, because of all the businesses that go into producing that home, or the appliances that go in that home, or the products that go in that home. And that is just a ray of hope going out into the future because of a demographic that's not changing. The millennials have been birthed, they've been born, they've been educated, and they're out in society making our economy bigger. What does that do? It drives markets to higher levels. And then add all this stimulus on top of it, and then add the fact that COVID's not killing all of us. Things are going to get better. And I just want you to go into this summer enjoying the fact that the May flowers are coming. And I think that as we continue to stay invested, we continue to make sure we have really safe cash reserves for short-term needs in the next 6 to 12 months. And don't get caught up in so much of the negativity out there, because actually things might be better than you realize. Until we see you again next month, this is Tyson Ray, Financial Advisor at Forum Wealth Advisors, where we exist to help make life better for our clients and those in our community.